All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hold on, let me make some adjustments. Check, check. All right. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Hugh Steph, and this is Billionaire Talk. Today, I want to get into streaming platforms and streaming numbers and why we've been going so crazy about them for the past couple years, pretty much ever since streaming has become a thing. I work with artists daily, and I noticed the fixation with streaming numbers. Everything is based on how many numbers this person has, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, whatever platform. It's always a numbers game. But see, recently I've been searching online and watching videos of other YouTubers and, producers and sort. And they've been breaking down that a lot of these numbers are fabricated. A lot of these artists that do these big numbers are backed by these labels. There's a big three, right? But let's just talk about Universal for a second. They're pretty much like over everything. They own the companies that run the numbers for the streaming platforms. So in short, what that means is the top artists, which is like maybe out of a whole platform, let's just start with Spotify. The top artists that are bringing in like money and revenue and getting the most streams, a lot of the numbers that you see, like millions, it's fabricated. And it's basically to say, hey, let's make this our artist. This is who we're gonna push forward for that everyone can see. Which makes me think like, how much of that then is algorithm based, or is that the actual algorithm? Because I know you have to do a certain thing, or you got to be a part of this editorial list, and that could help people get you get noticed more. People start to notice you. But how much does that really matter when you have a whole system that governs who gets played and what the numbers reflect? I think recently Russ said that, I'm not sure if it's old, but Russ was saying his first week sales for a project he did recently, he did like 51,000 or something like that. And they shorted him 10,000. Pardon me if my numbers is off, but I know ballpark, it was something like that. And he's independent. So on the flip side, you could have a Drake or a Yachty or whoever who's doing 6 million easy, but how much of that is not, backed by the bigger entity, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, we go crazy all the time. Like, oh man, I need 1,000 I need 1,000 subscribers. I need a million streams so that I can get this Spotify plaque, where I need 500, half a mil so I can go gold, or what, 500,000. And it's like, honestly, dog, the numbers don't even matter anymore. Outside of, I guess, who you're trying to do business with, because to a label, yeah, the numbers mean everything, because then you can go in, you can negotiate your own deal. But if you're going to take the independent route, it don't mean anything, because ask yourself, how many of those artists who have these big numbers, right? And I've had this talk with a couple of colleagues of mine, but how many of them, that may have like the million plus streams, how does that translate to actual record sales and how, merch, touring, those numbers, like people actually buying physical copies? There's always a huge difference. So the independent artists actually, if they own their own music, they actually may be making more money than your favorite artist. And that's a whole other bag I can go into it about who makes more money, but I ain't going to do that. But I will say this. One of the favorite things I always use when, in the studio with people was at a certain point, we looked down at the guy that was out in front of Kroger or Publix or Walmart selling a CD for $5. So the guy that's out there in Kroger every month, right? 12 months. Let's just say he's making $60? What's 60 times 12? Let's just make it even. Let's just say 600, right? So he only did 10 months and he makes $60 every month. In 10 months, he's made $600 and he owns his own music, right? How many people, and artists, this goes for you too, because, I'm talking to you too. Talk to me. How many people have used these CD babies, these distro kids, right? These distro platforms to get onto a streaming platform. And how long does it take to recoup that money? Sometimes it takes 6 months to generate anything to get a payout. And we're not even talking about now how I think Spotify, they're coming up with a threshold to where if you don't have over 1,000 plays minimum per month, you won't even get whatever they were trying to give you before, which wasn't anything, because I think it's like, man, they ain't got no love for me today. My video just cut short, ran out of space. Anyway, back to business. See, look at this microphone. I'm gonna do a thing for y'all where y'all can see like how crazy it looks when I set up. Like it'd be a struggle. But anyway, back to business. So I was saying that, numbers. So payouts on specifically Spotify, right, are it's like a fraction of a penny, like 0.000004, some crap like that. So basically, check this out. For you to actually see, I think, $4,000 on Spotify, you need to have 1 million streams. And guess what? Not a lot of people are doing 1 million streams. Not a lot of people. I found a few independent people like that just got that gift, that know how to like put out good music and connect with people. But on a larger scale of, let's just say that's like 3 people out of 100. People ain't making them numbers, man. And that's why I'm mad that we obsess over how much streams do we got? What numbers is he doing? Is he doing this? And can we, I want to get signed to this, man. I got to get my numbers up so that they'll take me, man. Nah, man. That's why I'm pushing a narrative. And it's not easy, I get that, but I'm pushing a narrative. Like, be your own boss, sign yourself, learn the business, build a genuine fan base, and honestly, just keep everything in your pocket if you can. I'm not saying not to do business with these companies, but if you do business with them, make it make sense. Get it back to where the control is all the way back in your pocket. Set up your website, have people buy it directly from you if you can, and it cuts out the middleman. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, all you got to do is build a solid core fan base, and you won't need to have your music on Spotify to say, I got 1 million streams just to get paid $4,000. Your hard work and effort is only worth $4,000. Because guess what? Spotify is getting a nice big chunk of that $4,000 or the 1 million streams, whatever you do. The rest of that money that you're not seeing that is actually what it's worth, because remember, we're only getting paid 0.004, is going to the top 5% of artists that are actually bringing in like monstrous numbers, even though those numbers are fabricated. I'm just so frustrated, man, because over the years, I've really learned this industry, like, it's fake. People die over this stuff. People go crazy over this stuff, and they lose their mind. Friendships fail, and, it's easy to lose yourself in it all. But when you find yourself, all you can do is just level up and level up the people around you. It's the only thing you could do. I think I said everything that I wanted to say. Again, just if you're seeing this and you're hearing this message, pay close attention to what I'm saying because it may help you, and I hope it helps somebody.